adopted for the period 2010 and 2012 related to young people. This program was aimed at young people aged between 15 and 29 years old to improve their living conditions and to mobilize the potential of our young people to get the best out of them for the development of Bulgaria. Now, this is one of our priorities. We need to guarantee access to information and quality services to improve the living standards of young people so that they can have a dignified quality of life, and to encourage young people to become active in the development of our society. An important area we are working is young people, in particular areas, to gain access to education and training and to guarantee that they can contribute as best as possible to the economy. Now, when we're talking about the policies at local level, then it's difficult to talk about policy for the whole of Bulgaria. There are various different policies in place in different regions aimed at improving mobilization, access to education. We are working together with students, put together youth parliaments in different towns. We've had several success stories. Young people are also getting involved in not-for-profit organizations, and they're getting involved in various different projects. However, these projects are not always successful because there's not cooperation between these groups of young people and local authorities. Now, the experience which we have working together with 18 and 25-year-olds shows us the attitudes which these young people have towards these projects. They've told us about what will motivate them to get involved in these projects. We've done a survey, and a considerable number of them don't want to remain living in disadvantaged neighborhoods, having followed an education. They also say that they don't want to work in disadvantaged neighborhoods. Now, this is because in disadvantaged neighborhoods, young educated people don't have the opportunity to get well-paid jobs. The infrastructure just isn't there. But they also have fewer opportunities to get involved in free time activities. There are also problems with transport. And the other reason is that young people want to live independently. So what can we do in local level in these neighborhoods to attract young people to these areas? Well, first of all, we need to improve the safety and the security of these areas so people feel safe living there. And young people themselves have given us ideas about what we can do. Now, they say that if we put in place programs, make money accessible to them, funds, so that they are interested in living there. And also, you need to improve the environment, you need to improve the quality of life. You also need to look at local taxes for young people and the way in which the administration work. You need to make it possible for young people to create their own businesses, to look at the environment and how the surrounding environment and how this can improve the quality of life for these young people. You need to invest in playgrounds and parks, and also look at the issue of dangerous dogs. Another idea which we've got from young people discuss their free time is that young people want to feel part of the community and that they want to have exchanges with young people from other countries as well. Also, young people need to be involved in decision-making processes at local level and to help promote integration into society. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Yanakieva. And now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Boff. Please.
I, of course, support the aims of the report, which are to increase the importance of the issue of young people as a priority for local authorities. But there is something that's missing from the report which I am concerned about and doesn't have sufficient emphasis. And that is the recognition that the majority of youth services that are currently provided certainly in areas of London that I represent, are provided by the community themselves. They are voluntary organisations, they are sports clubs, clubs run by faith groups, neighbourhood groups that have been brought together voluntarily by tenants' action committees, scouting groups, and a whole range of other informal groups that are providing activities for young people. The report fails to recognise those groups strongly enough and has a very local authority-centred view of the world. I would like to submit that there is a bigger society out there than the one provided just by local authorities. And unless we engage with that wider society, we risk missing out on the good work that is already done. May I give you an answer from London, a particularly deprived part of London, where there was a youth club that had been set up by a local tenants group back in the year 2000 and 2001.